Hello everyone, welcome to our channel United Chokros from Mumbai, and all I can say about last night's game is disappointing, frustrating, irritating, and it was a really sad game. Especially the way we played and approached that game, it was really sad. And all I can say about Manchester United's season is we've been consistently inconsistent. That's what describes us this season. And after winning against Leipzig 5-0, I thought we are going to have a very good game against Arsenal. I predicted that we will win 3-1. They scored their goal, but our goal scorers are missing. So guys, before I begin this video, please make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell icon on the right hand side of your screen. So right guys, in my last video I spoke about the diamond formation, how important is that formation to us because the kind of depth we have in the midfield position, that formation suits us really well. Now this video title says the diamonds are not forever. That doesn't mean that I'm against this formation. I still like this formation and I would still want us to play this formation. Now for any formation to succeed, you need to have the right kind of players playing in the right position. When I saw the team sheet when it came out, I was literally pissed off because he was doing the same mistake again, starting Scott McTominay. I was like, come on, you cannot do this again. You are repeating your mistakes. And I really wanted Nemanja Matic to start this game after that wonderful display against RB Leipzig. How good he was in that game until he came off. And I wanted him to start this game so that we could, play on the front foot from the minute one itself. But that didn't happen, and I was more than surprised. I was shocked when the game started because Scott McTominay was not playing as a defensive midfielder. He was actually playing as a number 8, where Fred played against RB Leipzig, and Fred was playing as a defensive midfielder. Another tactical blunder. Fred, who has been so good this entire season, the start of the season, he has been so good, literally struggled in position. That's what happens when you do a tactical experiment, when your team is actually doing well. Why would you want to make that kind of an experiment? Now I don't understand the position Scott McTominay is made for. He isn't a good defensive midfielder. We all saw that against Crystal Palace and a couple of games he's played in that position. He isn't a number 8 because his passing range sucks. It's absolutely shit. He's all over the place. He can't pick a pass. He can't find a midfielder or a striker when required. So he's all over the place. And I thought he would be subbed off, but no. Ole kept him till the last minute. He played the entire game. And see, I don't blame Scott McTominay for his bad performance. I blame the manager simply because when a player is not doing well, you need to put him on the bench. You need to bring him as a substitute when we are winning games, improve his confidence and develop him as a player. But what you do is you play him week in, week out, and he is giving you that bad performance every week. Now, if you see the RB Leipzig game, when McTominay in that game came off the bench, he's playing with much more confidence. And that's what he should be doing of Scott McTominay. Now, rather than doing that, he's starting him week in, week out in different positions. He's experimenting with him. And I'm not sure why they gave him Nemanja Matic a 3-year contract when they, were not confident of playing him every week. They shouldn't have given him that contract. So, moving on from Scott McTominay to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactics over the past few weeks have been questionable. One game he looks like a world-class manager. Another game he looks completely clueless. Now, I'm not sure what he's trying to do, what experiment he's trying to do. When you have a stable midfield who has just won you 5-0, why not just start with the same midfield? He could have, kept the same players, except he would have started Bruno Fernandes for Donny van der Beek. If we would have played the same players and the same midfielders and the same type of game, we would have won that game. We would have had a better impact with Nemanja Matic playing as a defensive midfielder and Fred playing as a box-to-box midfielder. I think we would have done much better than what we did. Because if you watch Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's career, he likes to hit the team on the break. That's why we succeeded last year against Guardiola's Manchester City and Lampard's Chelsea, because they came into those games to play actual football. They wanted to play attacking style of football, and Manchester United hit them on the break. We had Bruno Fernandes, and he made much more of an impact. He was, quick to spot Rashford and Martial running to those channels, and we hit them on the counter attack and scored those goals. That's why we were so good last season when we played against teams, especially who were looking to attack and playing with an intent, who actually came out to play good football. Now this season, when we played against Chelsea, Lampard was smart enough to realize that he is not going to make the same kind of mistake. He was happy with that 1 point. He took a draw in that stride because he was confident that he has those set of players who would get him 3 points when he will play against mid-table teams or teams struggling at the bottom half. And that's exactly what happened against Burnley. They confidently won that game 3-0 and got 3 points. So that's why Lampard was really happy to sit back. He was not going to make the same kind of mistake. And before the game, in the pre-match video, I said the same thing. Arteta will start with back 5. And he did exactly the same. The only difference is that when they had the opportunity, when the opportunity was presented, they were not shy of attacking. They were playing, the midfield was playing with much more confidence, and they were creating much better chances than Manchester United. Although they were sitting back with 3 defenders, but when the opportunity presented itself, they were doing much better in terms of attack. Sadly for them, the 2 chances that they created should have gone in, but their players failed to score. If you watch the Bukayo Saka header, if it was for Aubameyang or Lacazette for that matter, either of them would have scored that goal. That's how easy that header was. So, like I said, his tactics were all over the place. Playing Paul Pogba on the left hand side in the second half. I think again another tactical blunder. Talking about Paul Pogba, his inconsistency, I don't know what he's trying to do with the ball. When last night, what was he trying to do? He was trying to experiment a lot of times, and he was dispossessed so many times. He gave away that stupid penalty. Now if you look at the penalty clip again, Hector Bellerin is moving on the outside. He's going on the outside, and all Paul Pogba has to do is hold him off and make sure that he goes much wider and passes the ball back or loses the possession. That's all he had to do. It was not like Hector Bellerin was going to get in and take a shot at David De Gea. That was never going to happen, because you look at his position, he's going on the outside, and all he will be able to do is either put in a cross, or if Paul Pogba does well to hold him off, he would do a back pass. But instead Pogba goes ahead and puts in a foul and gives away a very naive penalty. And after the game, yes, he came out and said sorry for making that mistake, but it doesn't matter because those mistakes are happening week in and week out. And some Manchester United fans are so stupid, idiotic comments that they put on social media. I just went out on social media and checked out some comments and posts. Some people are like, we need to back our players, we should not be criticizing them. Paul made a mistake, but he had a very good game. He's a world-class player. Yeah, I agree with you. He's a world-class player. But that world-class performance comes very less. 1 in 5 games, and that is not done, especially after what we paid for him, and the praises that have been sung of him, that he's a world-class midfielder. Now a lot of pundits come out and say that Manchester United have not utilized Paul Pogba in the right way. They play him out of position. If you look at Paul Pogba's career at Manchester United, he's played in all the midfield positions, and he hasn't been consistent in any of the positions. So I don't know what are you talking about, and in what delusion are you in. Paul Pogba has played as number 6. He's played as the number 8. He's even played as the number 10 against Jose Mourinho. So he's played in all those positions, and he's not been consistent in either of the positions. What he's been consistent at is doing off-field controversies. Whenever he goes to play for France, he makes a stupid statement, or he tells his agent to make a stupid statement. You remember last season, when he was injured, his agent came out and said Manchester United don't own Paul Pogba. Of course we own Paul Pogba. We paid 90 million for him, and we pay him so high wages. All he has to do is keep it simple and perform on the pitch. He doesn't do that, and he creates needless off-field controversies because physically he's in Manchester, but mentally he is in Madrid. That's why this performance happen week in, week out. Now for him to go to Real Madrid at the end of the season, he needs to perform well. If he performs at this level, he has the option to go back to Juventus and play in Serie A. I don't think he wants that. Yes, Juventus want him at their club, but he's hardest set on Madrid, and Madrid won't invest in a player who is a complete flop at Manchester United. So if Paul Pogba wants to go to Madrid, he's free to go, but you need to put in that performance for Madrid to come after you. After such kind of performance, I don't think Real Madrid will want him. So coming back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, his tactics being all over the place, and Ole out fans, it will give a boost to them. That another reason for their voices to go louder and louder. And like I said, I completely agree with them. His tactics are all over the place at times. Subbing off Bruno Fernandes 15 minutes to go when you're 1-0 down. It's a tactical blunder. He's our best player, and with Bruno Fernandes on the pitch, chances are likely to happen, and he is bound to create more and more chances without attacking. Now I don't understand his mentality where he feels that he cannot play Donny van der Beek and Bruno Fernandes together. Now if he had done his research well, if he had done his homework well, if our scouts have done their scouting job really well, they would realize that Donny van der Beek plays as a number 8 for Ajax. He used to play as a number 10 at times, but he was more of a number 8, a box-to-box midfielder for Ajax. And how well did he perform for them? So I think they haven't done their research well. Now let's say Donny van der Beek is a number 10. He's not impactful when he plays as a number 8. So considering the fact that Donny van der Beek is a number 10, why can't you play him and Bruno Fernandes together? Pep Guardiola from Manchester City used to play David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. Both of them are number 10s in the same starting 11. If he can do that, if he can play, and mind you, both the players used to play in the center of the park. It's not that either De Bruyne or David Silva used to switch on the wings and play. They used to play centrally. If he can do that, why can't you do that? Why can't you make tactical adjustment? Why do you have to play with the same old, defensive tactics, try to hit the team on the break? Managers have figured your way out. You are successful in the Champions League because you haven't played that much Champions League games, and they are yet to figure out. Nagelsmann's Leipzig came out with an intent to play football, and they were caught on the counter-attack most of the time. But Guardiola, Lampard, Arteta know what Solskjaer tries to do. He tries to set his team defensively and hit them on the break. So you have to improve yourself tactically. You need to make tactical adjustment. He comes out and says all the time that we want to do it, we want to play Manchester United way. I'm sorry, Manchester United way is not to play a counter-attacking football. Manchester United way is about playing fast, aggressive game. Put in those tackles when required, put in those long balls, let the wing backs go forward and attack. That's how the Manchester United mentality is. I'm not sure what is he talking about. He's completely delusional of the fact that Manchester United way is sitting back and hitting the teams on counter-attack. No, that was never the Alex Ferguson way. It was always about attack. That was Manchester United mentality all the time till Alex Ferguson was in charge. So like I said, Ole is completely delusional with his tactics. Now I am not Ole out. There's still a lot of time left. He needs to win more games and prove himself that he can make those tactical changes and required. He needs to improve because he's making those mistakes again and again. It'll be 2 years in December. The transitional period is over. That time is over. He needs to step up and because see, I understand the board has not backed him off. We needed a right side winger and a defender in our starting lineup. but he hasn't had that luck, and we couldn't buy those players because of our incompetent board. But with the kind of team that we have, we shouldn't be sitting in the 15th place in the league. Alright, I know it's just starting. We have played 5 games and we have a game in the hand. But let me tell you, that game in hand doesn't matter at all, in fact, because it is, a lot of people think that having a game in hand is an advantage. No, it is not. It only puts much pressure on you to win that game. I would rather lose that game and not have a game in hand than having a game in hand and playing under pressure. So the game in hand doesn't matter at all. We are 15th in the league. We have played 5 games. We have lost 3 games. We have drawn 1, and we've beaten Newcastle. I'm sorry. We played Crystal Palace. We played Brighton, and we played Spurs, and then we had 6 games we played. We've lost against Crystal Palace, Spurs. We lost against our 3 losses, 2 wins and 1 draw. Not expected from a team with such quality players in it. So no excuse for getting us in the 15th place. I have been critical of the board all the time, but the way we are performing is completely because of Ole's shit tactics. He needs to improve, otherwise the axe is soon going to fall on him. So guys, with this I'll come to the end of this video. Please make sure to hit the like button, and needless to say, please subscribe to our channel, and please let me know in the comment section, what do you feel about last night's game. Do you think it's the right time to move Ole out, to put him out of his misery, and to bring in a new manager and to go into the transition phase again, and he will not like some of the players? So do you think this is the right time to sack Ole and bring in a new manager? What better could we do in our team? Also, let me know how good was the video. If this video was bad, please let me know in the comment section what I need to do to improve. We'll be soon back in couple of days with a post. I won't be doing a pre-match preview of that Champions League game, because I think it's a win-win game for United. We go to Istanbul, we win that game, and then the most important thing is the Everton game, because we are doing really bad in the league. It's going to be a big game because Everton are playing really well. So let's see if we can win the remaining 2 games before we go into the international break. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate the love you've shown towards this channel. Like I said, this channel is not just about me and AB, it's about you guys. We all want to grow together as a family, and you are a very important part of this family. You guys play a very important role. Thank you very much once again. You keep yourselves and your loved ones safe. Take care. Bye bye.